Hello everyone, this is Xephyr here and welcome back to Monster Hunter World Iceborne on PC. The game probably looks just slightly darker. I actually lowered the brightness a little bit to see how I liked it, mainly because nighttime never really looked like night. It was pretty bright. Honestly, it's still not that much darker. It might just be that I like more vibrant colors, but when I turned the brightness down the way it says, where the symbol's barely visible, it just looks unbelievably dark. Like it does not looking good. Like even daytime looks dark in that way. So I lowered it probably about, I don't know, a quarter or a third of the bar, and I think it looks okay. It's not that drastic of a difference, but I did notice, just like looking at the quest board, it didn't look as washed out, and that's the main reason I wanted to mess with the brightness. Is I know I've played a lot of videos with the brightness where it was, but I think it might just be because of the snow in Iceborne, but having it at the brightness it was, some of the colors looked a bit washed out, so I thought maybe lowering the brightness might make it look a little better, and it does make night actually look kind of like night, as opposed to second day. I might move it back up if I don't end up liking it that much, but right now I do think it looks a bit better, so we'll stick with this for a bit and see what happens, and maybe it'll just be a permanent setting. You know, I've been messing with the graphics settings since we started Iceborne because they've added some features and changed some stuff around, and I got a new graphics card, so yeah, so that's that. So yes, I did adjust the brightness a little bit. I'm hoping it looks better for everyone. For me, I think it does look a bit better, just because, like I said, the night actually looks like night now, and the colors don't quite look as washed out from being too bright.
Oi, oi!
Never knew the cold could make crafting so hard. I look away for half a minute, and my materials are frozen solid. Alright, so what we're going to do here, I did a little bit of grinding, and we can upgrade some weapons here. Ooh, I didn't know this was one that I could upgrade. Sweet. I'm gonna wait though, because that's not something I wanted to upgrade. So the first thing, the Icebrink can become the Reverent Elusarca. So the final version of the Velkhana longsword. Get a lot more white, or not white, a lot more purple. Oh no, we have the same amount of purple. We got more white. Okay, whatever. Raw goes up to 891. Ice increases to 270. So not a huge increase, but still, it's the final form, so that's good. So we'll go ahead and upgrade that. And then the next one. Right, so I got a Glavenus mantle. I actually got two. So we can finish the Glavenus Spada to Glavenus Spada 2. You'll notice it's still significantly weaker than our Velkhana longsword, only getting to 825 raw as opposed to the 891, and still having the same amount of fire as that had ice, and only 2 level 1 slots. So this weapon, unfortunately, is not that phenomenal. However, because it is a non-unique design, it can be custom upgraded, which is nice, so we might look into doing some of that. So let's go ahead and finish this off. Okay. And where is it? Usurper Bolt Slicer Plus. Yes, I got my Sky Emerald, so we can make the Usurper Bolt Slicer Plus. This means it'll get a teensy bit of sharpness, or teensy bit of purple sharpness. It'll be at 825 raw with 300 thunder. So I'm pretty stoked about that. And we already have it equipped, so we don't have to worry about it. Now, we still can't make the next form because we need some materials that we just don't know what they are yet. Do we have anything else that can be upgraded? If not, we'll go back and upgrade that other weapon. This we still, I think, need, what, a large Elder Dragon gem, yeah. Okay, yeah, so it just looks like the other thing we can upgrade is that Bug Longsword, wherever it is. There it is, Abyss Piercer. So that will become the Abyss Piercer 1. It has 2 things it can become. One of which we can do, which is the Brachydio Scimitar, so I guess we'll go ahead and do that for now. Which I need more stuff, so we can't make this form. So we don't have to worry about that for now. Alright. So the quest that we're going to do today is an event, but I need to check something, which is... What is Nightshade Paoluma weak to? Water and fire, not so much thunder. Nargacuga is thunder. Okay, so fire is basically the best, or poison, it seems like. Okay, I wanted to use my thunder weapon, but Nightshade Paoluma was not very weak to it, so... This is what, 825, 300, or we could go 858, 10%, 3... Okay, yeah, so poison seems like a better choice, because there's not enough purple to make up for it on the Usurper Bolt Slicer. And I know that the Glavenus weapon is extremely low raw, but let's see if we can do any custom upgrades on it. This last mission was a hard one for an old man. That and the cold's got my back aching something fierce. Alright, let's see if we can augment that Glavenus weapon. Assuming I can find it. There it is. Okay, so we want to do custom upgrades. So we could increase affinity, which generally is the best thing to do. Or we could increase attack. And both of them are 1, so it's either 1% affinity or 1 attack. Now, the thing here is that makes it difficult. Usually, 1% affinity is more powerful than 1 true raw. Actually, I don't know that that's necessarily true. I don't know, it's tough. The problem is, once you hit a certain amount of affinity, true raw starts having a greater weight than the affinity does, and that's about 50% affinity. And getting to 50% affinity is pretty easy with most weapons because you can slap an affinity augment on them and then just have critical eye 7. You know what, we're going to wait to do this for now because I need to use my spreadsheet to do some math. I think I've mentioned it before. I did make a spreadsheet that lets me kind of compare weapons and upgrades just through raw numbers. And I'm going to need to test it on that before we do it. So I'll have to do some math. So what we're going to do is Every Hunter's Dream 3. That's going to be the primary quest we're doing. Because that upgrade allows us to upgrade the Wyvern Ignition to its final form. And it also allows us to craft a new weapon. Now, you'll notice there aren't that many event quests available. The Grand Appreciation Fest did end, and unfortunately on PC, and I mentioned this in the last video, it ended 2 days early. They did not extend it for us, so I just didn't get a chance to finish farming those event quests, which was Beef is Never a Mistake, 50 Shades of White, and Thundering Climax. They're just, I planned on doing it the 2 days before it was over. The event ended 2 days early because of a bug, so I just missed out on that. We do still have the Resident Evil collaboration and the Every Hunter's Dream quests available, so that's why we're doing this one, and that's fine. It's unfortunate that we lost out on those other event quests early, but when the next event comes around, I'll be able to finish farming them. So at least I got them on camera. It just means I can't craft the equipment, or at least most of it, which most of it we wouldn't use anyway, so it's not too big of a deal, but it does bug me because I usually farm that stuff to get all of the equipment as soon as the event comes out. So this video is gonna be a test of the brightness setting, and just make sure I'm happy with it. And so far, I'm thinking that things look a lot better. They look more realistic. Like I said, colors are less washed out because it's not quite as bright, but it's still, you know, the daytime still looks bright. it's just funny because I don't know what happened, but just I was playing the other day and was like, man, everything's so bright. How do I fix this? And I realized, oh, I never adjusted brightness. I left it at default for hundreds of videos now. And then now I'm just like, let's just try and make this look a little better. So this quest is against a Nargacuga and a Nightshade Palumu. Which could be fun. Or it could be a nightmare. I want to get rid of this Nightshade Palumu first, because that sleep gas is going to get annoying. Now, because this is a multi-monster quest, of course, there will be, they'll have decreased health pools. Man, I should have changed its brightness a long time ago. This looks so much better. Like, it's pretty crazy how much better it looks because it's not so freaking bright. Like, the lighting actually looks, like, natural. Go figure. Like I said, it could just be that I really, like, didn't notice because I like vibrant colors. But it's just kind of crazy that now I'm just like, oh, this does look way better. If I would have just played around with the settings a little bit. Not that it's that big of a deal. I mean, it doesn't change the content, and it's not that drastic of a change. But just that tiny bit of darkness makes it look a lot less washed out. You still have the glare from the light because it's not like the brightness was causing the glare. The glare was an effect in the game, but it's like less painful on my eyes because it's just a little darker. Nargacuga, why? And Nargacuga goes sleep again. Oh, if that would have hit me, that would have sucked. Oh, she went to the ground, but she didn't take damage from it. That's weird. Sleep gas there, might not want to go to it. I was trying to stay out of it and I got pushed into it a little bit. That sucks. Thank you. Let's just run away from that area. Oh, I've got bleep. When did that happen? Oh, come on. This is why you always bring energy drinks. This right here. And now I'm stunned from sleep. That sucks. Alright. Start weakening this Narga so that they don't die too far apart. That worked out. So that's the Meowcano that I was mentioning, my favorite Palico move. And we have it maxed out from me farming up our Zinogre Skyrim Rolls, Volcana Crystal, and Glavenus Mantles. So we officially have all Palico gadgets maxed. Sleep again. Oh shit, I was falling asleep too. We're gonna get hit by that, that sucks. Some of the hits in. Oh shit. Oh, come on, really? Dang it. This Paolin was really starting to piss me off. I get up and get stuck in one of those stupid clouds again. God dang it. I was gonna say, if I get stuck in sleep after my mount, that is gonna suck. Oh, come on, Narga. You couldn't just hit me so that I'd wake up. Oh, we fell down? Is that what that was? I don't know what the heck happened there. That was crap. It was crap nonetheless. Not sure how that hit me, but alright. I walked into that. That was my bad. Is down. Kaluma's got to be close to dead at this point. There we are. Perfect. Alright. And that takes care of every Hunter's Dream 3. Man, it might just be that I'm used to the brighter colors, but I'm not really liking this brightness. Like, I thought I did at first, but the more I've played, the more I feel like it's just too dark now, and I barely adjusted it. I must just be used to it. I might have to just set it back for the next video. This was a test, but unfortunately, I think my taste for, like, how it's always looked has, caused me to it just doesn't look right to me. I think I must just like vibrant colors better. Whether it's realistic or not. I know nighttime in this game does not look like night with how I normally have the brightness, but it just, something about it with where it's at, it just doesn't look right. Everything looks just too dark. And I know I said that when it's bright it looks washed out, but I don't know, maybe I just prefer it that way. Actually, like, it looks more washed out to my eye right now. It's like dark and just not, it's just not right. I don't know how to explain it. Maybe washed out wasn't the word that I meant when it was brighter. And like the text is even too dark. I don't know. Weird. Hey, Argosy's returned.
Let's do this.
Whether it's Argosy imports or cultivating something at the Botanical Research, just come see me. Do Argosy. This one's got something good. Cryo and Deadly Poison Sac. Is that it? Another Cryo Sac. Mistblade Razor Wing. Tough Claw. Okay, a couple of things from Master Ink. Okay, so now I think we're gonna do an optional quest. And I'd like to do one for Rathalos. Okay, so we could do Swoop to a New Low. Red and Black Aces, which upgrades the Glider Mantle. Oh, I should also read, I realized I forgot to read this. So the client for the Every Hunter's Dream was the second Fleet Master. A hunter came by with a blueprint of a weapon they wanted. I still have the prints lying around, so if you want one of your own, get me the materials and I'll start working. So I guess before we do anything, I should show off what we can make with the tickets for that quest, which... Man, messing with the brightness and stuff is messing with my mind, clearly. Yeah, I don't like how dark all the menus are now. Okay, yeah, I'll set the brightness back on the next video. Sorry, everyone. Alright, so it's this purple ticket. So it's a Black Eagle blueprint. A blueprint left by the Black Eagle, an Elder Dragon-obsessed hunter. Show it to the smithy and see what happens. Alright, well... Sorry everyone that I talked so much about the brightness. I was trying to make a decision in my head and I've decided I need to set it back. It just doesn't look right. Everything's just too dark to my eye. Drop by here whenever you get your hands on new materials. You might find I have a few new ideas to present you. Alright, so the first thing is we can upgrade the Wyvern Ignition to Wyvern Ignition Silver. Now I still need some Basil Geese stuff, but it takes 2 Black Eagle blueprints. It makes it a much higher attack power. Well, I guess it always had negative affinity. I never realized that. Greatly raises the attack power. You stay at negative 15% affinity, but you get lots of purple sharpness with handicraft, 2 level 1 slots. So that's that. I know people have said it's no longer the best greatsword. The other thing you can make is a charge blade. There it is, charge blade. Jeez. Which is the Black Eagle. So this is the weapon design contest winner. So that's this. And if I remember correctly, it has a 2nd level. Just find a charge blade upgrade. Alright. It's this one, right? Okay, so it's Black Eagle. It has a ton of purple sharpness just in its base form, 10% affinity, 210 thunder. Pretty good attack. It's got the power element file, 2 level 1 slots. When you upgrade it, it gets just a ridiculous amount of purple. Like, you don't use handicraft with this thing because the purple's so high. Thunder increases to 270, still 10% affinity, 864 raw. I don't use charge blade, so I don't know if that's a good amount of raw, but it looks good. Like, this looks like an extremely powerful weapon to me. I don't know if that's true or not, though. So yeah, so that's that. Let's do this. Okay, so I want to take on a Rathalos for sure. And are they weak to thunder? Because I think we're going to do the red and black aces. We'll do the Rathalos and Nargacuga quests. You are weak to... Thunder's a 2-star. Alright, cool. Because I want to use my Usurper Bolt Slicer plus. Yeah, they rare. And we don't need the immunity mantle for this. Instead, we'll go rock steady. Not set decorations. Not change armor pigment. What am I doing here? Oh, right, we unlocked that. That doesn't look as good there. Oh, that looks okay. Rajan Claws could work. Oh, some of these wisps that we made. Any green ones? Ah, that green's too dark. Nah, alright, we'll go with the Rajan Claws for now. That's fine. Okay, cool. So the reason I want to do Rathalos is we haven't been able to upgrade our Rathalos longsword, which, if I remember correctly, is a pretty good fire longsword. So I kind of want access to it, and since this gives us an upgraded equipment, we'll go ahead and do this one. Probably. Let's go here. This will probably put us near the Nargacuga. Now, oddly enough, so in high rank, Azure Rathalos was far more annoying than normal Rathalos. Far more difficult. In my experience with Master Rank, normal Rathalos is more difficult than Azure. Now, that might be different because I'm fighting normal Rathalos much later in Master Rank than I did on console, but on console, man, I had a lot of trouble with normal Rathalos because of where his weak points and strong points are. So he spends a ton of time in the air, but his main weak point is his wings, and his feet are extremely tough. Whereas with Azure Rathalos, his weak feet, oddly, are softer, so it's easier to hit Azure Rathalos when it's in the air. Normal Rathalos, I bounce way too often. Alright, the game knows that I want to do the Nargacuga first because it's already telling me to go to it. So go hunt us a Nargacuga. And I'm kind of wanting to do Nargacuga a bit too because I want a mantle so that we can upgrade the Nargacuga longsword. I'll never really end up using it because honestly it's overall not a very good weapon. Its affinity's not high enough to make up for its extremely low raw, but I still want to make all weapons, at least all longswords, though probably all weapons eventually. So it's got to be made at some point. There's our little friend. Surprised that didn't count. Okay. Out here, huh? I need to fight one of those as well at some point. forget that you have to roll through that. You can't force ice slash it when he's in range. For me, so that's nice. Damaging. I thought it was gonna miss. That was good timing. Okay, that's one down. I was really hoping that I'd get a mantle. That's okay. I love Raider Ride, it's extremely helpful, but man, This just shows how long it takes to get to a Rathalos because of how much they run around. Should probably heal. And it already changed areas. Came right back where we were. Really? Okay. Alright, here we go. That was fast. sharpen my weapon. What am I thinking? It's not ranged anymore. That's good. Maybe it's not his feet. Maybe it was his wings that are much tougher on the Rathalos over the Azure. Crap, did I forget to carve the tail? I think I did. Can't believe that's so hard. I think it was the wings, not the feet, that are more tough on the normal Rathalos. I know it's one of the things. Let's go make sure we carve that tail, because I have a feeling I didn't. Also should sharpen while I'm thinking about it. Yeah, I didn't. I can see the icon on the map. Okay. Go carve that real fast. Come on, mantle. Mantle would be nice. No mantle. I gotta get out of the angry zone of enemies to be able to call our raider ride again. Awesome. Now, I think we should be able to upgrade the Rathalos longsword once, but without a mantle we won't be able to do the second time. I think the second time probably calls for Azure Rathalos materials anyway. Yeah, no mantle. Unfortunate. I needed one from Nargacuga and one from Rathalos, and I got either. Hey, and we've got the Glider Mantle Plus now, which is actually one of the better mantles because of its uptime and refresh. You can keep it on with a second mantle almost the entire game without much trouble. Not the entire game, the entire quest without much trouble. And so it actually makes it extremely useful because Mantle Pluses have allow you to put decorations in them. So it basically gives you an extra set of decorations. I've read that before. I'll kind of show you what I mean in a moment. Let me just do all this real quick. Alright, so let's first look at the mantle, and then we will look at the... there it is. Okay, Glider Mantle Plus. So 2 level 4 slots, so that's really good because that can be a total of 4 skill points. The effect duration is 3 minutes, 180 seconds, and the recharge time is only 2 minutes, so it lasts longer than it takes to recharge. So you don't use it for its effect of being able to like be shot up by air bursts, and you don't use it to extend your jumps. You actually use it just to get extra skills for an extended period of time. It's actually really good, and I mean when you compare it to other things that generally the recharge takes way longer than the uptime, it's pretty amazing and broken. I think it's actually the only one that lasts longer than it recharges. Nope, it's not. The Assassin's Hood also lasts longer than it recharges. But other than the Glider Mantle, the Assassin's Hood, the only one that does that, unless getting them to the plus makes their times different, but I don't think it does. So that's why the Glider's so good, is it's easy to increase the amount of skills on your armor set. Okay, so let's go see if we can upgrade our longsword, and then we'll also take a look at the Rathalos armor, because it should show up now. It was the first fleet that requested the second consists of 3 engineers to every 2 hunters. They asked for the best and brightest, engineers that were ready to think outside the box. This was long ago, of course. So upgrade... Oh, nope, we can't. We need wings, which we didn't get because the wings are hard to break, and we need more wingtail and plus. Okay, so I have to fight some more Rathalos. That's fine. No big deal. Actually, let's just look at that real quick. So you can see it doesn't have a ton of raw. It's much more element, but it does have positive affinity. And we can't see its final form, but the form before the final form, even still, the raw is relatively low, but it's got even more affinity because it goes up to 20% from 15, and it's still got a decent amount of fire element, so it's a pretty good weapon. Sharpness isn't too bad. Okay, so that's going to be where I end this video. I'm going to try and take some quick photos just to see and compare and decide for final, like for sure, which brightness level I'm going to set it at, and then that way the next time I record we're just back to where we're going to be, and I'm not going to have to rant about it anymore. It's probably going to be just back where it was because unfortunately, like, it's daytime. I know there's clouds, but it's daytime and it just looks too dark to me. Like, it just doesn't look right to my eyes. So yeah, it's goofy. It's really goofy. So I'm just gonna do some comparisons, make a decision, and in the next video will be where we're gonna be for the remainder, hopefully. And you won't have to hear about that from me anymore. However, thank you so much for watching. Please feel free to leave a like on the video if you enjoyed it. You can also subscribe to the channel, hit that little bell icon to get email updates when I upload new videos, and of course you can leave any comments or suggestions in the area below the video. However, that is all I have for you today, so thank you so much for watching, and as usual, this is Xephyr, signing out.